Okay, ready to dive in.
Always.
All right, so this paper, PySpatial, a high-speed whole slide image pathomics toolkit.
Oh, interesting title.
Yeah, I thought so too.
What's it all about?
Well, first, got to kind of explain whole slide images, right?
WSI.
Yeah, the WSIs basically think super high resolution pictures, but like of a whole tissue sample, like zooming in on Google Maps, but for cells.
Makes sense.
And analyzing these WSIs, well, it's huge for pathologists. I mean, diagnosing diseases, seeing what's going on at the cellular level.
Yeah, definitely important stuff.
But the thing is, traditional WSI analysis, man,
It's a pain.
yeah, a total time suck.
Oh, tell me about it. Traditional tools, they chop up these massive images into little patches, then analyze each one, and then got to put it all back together. Multiple steps, huge data sets, takes forever.
So this is where PySpatial comes in.
It does. How so?
Well, PySpatial is different.
Different good, I hope.
Oh, yeah. Instead of breaking down the WSI, it works on the whole thing at once.
Yeah. The whole image. No chopping.
Exactly. Straight to the point.
So how's it do that?
That's where the archery spatial indexing comes in.
Archery. Sounds complicated.
It's, well, imagine a library, millions of books.
Got it. Huge library.
You need one specific book, right?
Yeah.
Search every shelf.
Definitely not. You'd use the catalog system.
Exactly. That's kind of like the archery, but for WSIs, tells PySpatial exactly where to look.
Smart. So no wasted time.
Nope, just pure efficiency.
And then what?
Oh, it gets better. It uses matrix-based computation.
Thought-based space?
Like crunching numbers on whole regions all at once.
Oh, I see. Instead of one by one.
Like a spreadsheet calculating a whole column at once.
Oh, that's clever. And much faster, I bet.
Way faster. They tested it on 2 data sets, PEC, lots of small objects, and KPMP, larger ones.
Okay, yeah?
Well, PySpatial was, get this, almost 10 times faster.
Wow, 10 times. That's a huge improvement.
Even KPMP, still twice as fast.
Impressive. But what about accuracy? Does it, cut corners to get that speed?
That's what I thought too, but they compared it to CellProfiler, the standard tool.
Yeah.
And the results, super similar.
So fast and accurate. Very nice.
Yeah, best of both worlds.
Okay, so it's fast, it's accurate, but what exactly is it pulling out of these WSIs? What kind of information are we talking about?
Well, PySpatial focuses on 4 main categories: size and shape, texture, intensity, and then intensity distribution.
4 categories, okay.
Like different ways of looking at the objects in the WSI.
So size and shape is literally that size and shape.
Yeah, like area, perimeter, how big is it, what shape is it?
Okay, that makes sense. And texture.
Texture is about the patterns, like is it smooth, rough, that kind of thing.
Interesting.
Then intensity, that's just brightness. How bright is it?
Gotcha.
And intensity distribution is about how that brightness is spread out.
So it's like we're getting a much deeper view beyond what we can just see.
Exactly. And it's all quantifiable data.
Yeah. Data we can analyze, compare, use to make decisions.
Moving from a rough sketch to a high-def 3D model,
I like that analogy.
And all this speed, efficiency, it's, well, imagine analyzing those huge tissue biobanks.
Oh, yeah, the ones with millions of samples.
Yeah, PySpatial could do that in a fraction of the time.
Leading to faster discoveries, quicker drug targets, better treatments, potentially.
Exactly. So now, the fun part, novel notions.
Ooh, love this part.
Where we kind of speculate a bit.
Let the imagination run wild.
So imagine real-time WSI analysis during surgery.
Wait, during surgery?
Yeah, the surgeon's operating, and boom. Instant feedback on the screen, tumor margins, cellular changes.
Like a microscopic GPS guiding their every move.
Exactly. More precision, fewer complications, better outcomes.
That's pretty incredible.
Right. I mean, it's still super speculative.
Of course, but it's fun to think about, right?
Totally. Just shows the potential of PySpatial,
Definitely pushes the boundaries of what might be possible.
Makes you wonder what other applications are out there waiting to be discovered.
Absolutely. The future's wide open. Real-time surgery, that'd be something else.
Right. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, I'm kind of curious, how do we even get to PySpatial? What came before?
The history lesson.
Exactly. Got to understand the evolution. Right?
Well, way back when, it was all manual, pathologists, microscopes, hours and hours just looking at slides.
Ugh. Sounds tedious.
Oh, it was, and slow and prone to human error,
Inconsistent results, I bet.
Totally, mapping a huge territory.
Digitizing the slides, creating those WSIs.
Exactly. Open the door for computer analysis.
Faster, more objective, I'm guessing.
Way more. And reproducible, too.
So that's where CellProfiler and those tools came in.
Yeah, they automated stuff, but still relied on that patch-based approach.
The bottleneck we talked about.
Yeah, like a powerful engine, but with flat tires.
Love that analogy. So PySpatial is like fixing those tires.
Exactly, letting the engine run free.
Bypassing the patches, working on the whole image.
And that's a revolution, not just improvement, but a whole new approach.
So manual, then digital, then automated, now PySpatial. What's next for pathology?
Ooh, big question. Well, think about those tissue biobanks, the massive ones.
Here's the samples.
Yeah, tons of info in there, disease progression, treatments, genetics.
A library of human biology, just waiting.
Exactly, but analyzing them the old way, impossible, practically.
Years and years of work.
PySpatial could change that, speed it up massively.
Finding patterns, insights we couldn't before.
Leading to, well, who knows, maybe new diagnostic tools, personalized therapies.
That's the dream, right?
Totally, and think about drug development, too.
Oh, yeah, testing tons of compounds, different tissues.
PySpatial could screen them super fast, finding promising candidates.
So faster drug discovery, faster treatments, potentially for incurable diseases.
Exactly, and it's not just speed, the detail it provides.
Those 247 features, right?
Yeah, helps understand how drugs interact at the cellular level.
So more targeted therapies, fewer side effects.
It's like getting a high-res, multidimensional view of the cellular world.
Seeing things we never could before.
Leading to breakthroughs, not just in pathology, but oncology, immunology, all sorts of fields.
It's getting me really excited, but
yeah,
got to be realistic. There's got to be challenges too, right?
Oh, of course. Every new tech has its hurdles.
Like what?
Well, think about the diversity of tissues, staining methods, all different in clinical practice.
Not like the carefully selected data sets in the paper.
Exactly. PySpatial needs to be robust, handle real-world messiness.
So can it?
That's the question. More research needed, but I'm hopeful.
Okay, good. What about making sense of the data? 247 features, that's a lot.
It is. We need better tools, visualization, ways for clinicians to understand it all.
Make it actionable, not just numbers.
Exactly. Data's useless if you can't interpret it.
And what about the ethical stuff? Privacy, security, all that?
Oh, huge concern. WSIs have patient info. Got to be careful.
So PySpatial needs to comply with regulations, prevent data breaches.
Absolutely. That's non-negotiable.
Sounds like there's work to do. But the potential, man, it's huge.
It is. It could truly transform how we diagnose, treat, understand disease.
Okay, back to the technical stuff for a minute. You mentioned archery spatial indexing.
Yeah, super efficient map.
Can you break that down a bit more? How does it actually work?
Imagine a map, millions of landmarks. You got to find specific ones, fast.
Not searching one by one.
Nope, that'd take forever. Archery is like a directory system for the map.
Dividing into sections, I'm guessing.
Exactly, squares, each with some landmarks.
Like, to find a street, you check the right section of the map?
Perfect analogy. Archery tells PySpatial which regions to look at.
So no need to scan the whole image?
Exactly. Super efficient. And it's recursive, too.
Recursive, meaning?
You can divide those squares into smaller squares and so on.
A multi-level index. Wow.
Precise targeting. That's the key.
And that's why PySpatial is so much faster.
One of the main reasons. Yeah.
Okay, so archery finds the regions. Then what?
Yeah.
How does it extract the features?
That's where the matrix magic happens.
Matrix magic.
Remember, PySpatial works on the whole image, no patches.
Right. So
it takes the region from the archery, turns it into a matrix.
A matrix.
A grid of numbers representing the pixel values.
Like a mathematical snapshot of the region.
Exactly, and matrices are great for calculations. You can do operations on whole groups of pixels at once.
Like spreadsheet formulas, but for images.
Exactly, parallel processing, super fast.
And that's the speed boost.
Big time, and still accurate compared to CellProfiler, remember?
Yeah, impressive stuff. So archery for finding, matrices for extracting.
Right, powerful combo, speed and accuracy, that's PySpatial.
Revolutionizing pathology, indeed.
And who knows what other applications are out there?
We've had some novel notions, but there's got to be more.
Oh, tons waiting to be discovered. That's the exciting part.
I can't wait to see what the future holds. PySpatial, digital pathology, it's all just getting started.
It is. The possibilities are endless.
It's wild, right? From squinting through microscopes to all this.
It really is a total transformation.
And PySpatial, I mean, it's a huge leap.
A massive one. And it's not even just the speed, the efficiency.
What else then?
The sheer amount of information in those WSIs, it's like a whole universe of data, cellular data, just waiting.
And we have the tools to explore it now.
PySpatial gives us the map, the guide,
Yeah, going from blurry pictures to high-def panoramic views.
But now the question is, what do we do with all that data?
That's the next challenge, right? Making sense of it all.
Exactly. It's not enough to just collect it, got to analyze it, interpret it, make it useful.
Turn it into knowledge, into better healthcare.
We need the brains to match the technology.
So training new pathologists, researchers, people who can handle this.
Who can speak the language of data, use PySpatial, pull out the insights.
It's interdisciplinary, isn't it? Computer science, stats, biology, pathology, all mixed together.
The future of pathology, it's going to be data-driven, for sure.
Algorithms, machine learning, all that.
And that's exciting. Think about it. Diagnosing diseases earlier, predicting treatments, personalized therapies.
It's the goal, right?
It is. And PySpatial, it's a step towards that future. I'm excited to see where it all goes.
Me too, me too. So as we wrap up, gotta ask, any final novel notions? Where could this lead in, say, 5, 10 years?
Ooh, predictions. Always tricky.
But fun.
True. But honestly, the thing that gets me most is, what if we could use PySpatial for, predictive pathology?
Predictive pathology? That sounds intense.
Imagine analyzing a tissue sample and predicting diseases, predicting treatment response.
Well, that's next level.
Moving from reactive to proactive healthcare, identifying risks early on, intervening before things even happen.
A crystal ball for health?
Kinda, exactly. We'd need more than just PySpatial, of course. Machine learning would be huge.
But the foundation's there, the detailed data, the ability to analyze it.
We're getting better at finding patterns, connecting the dots.
That's a future worth fighting for.
It really is a future where technology and knowledge come together to make a real difference in people's lives.
And it all starts with being curious, asking questions, pushing those boundaries.
Maybe someone listening to this right now, they'll be inspired, they'll make the next breakthrough.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
So to everyone out there, go explore PySpatial, ask those questions, challenge the assumptions, let those imaginations run wild.
Who knows, maybe you'll write the next chapter in this story.
That's a great way to put it. So for now, this concludes our deep dive into PySpatial.
We hope you enjoyed it, learned something new, maybe got a little inspired.
And we'll be back with more fascinating research, more deep dives in the future.
So until then, keep those brains buzzing.
And keep exploring.